Hey everyone, NorthernBassWhisperer with you. Rolling the dice a bit this morning. I'm at a body of water that I've never been to before. I haven't really had much luck at some of my normal spots, so I figured that was my sign to try something new today. I'm just about to get all the tip-ups set up. I had a pretty slow day yesterday on the Connecticut River. I had 3 flags, pretty much all within the same hour in the morning, which all resulted in some pretty small pike. After that, I had about 4 or 5 hours of nothing, which had me just sitting around thinking about how I had busted up my shanty poles on setup. But my duct tape seems to be holding, and as you can see, the shanty is set up behind me. So hopefully that means I can make it through the rest of the season with that repair, and then I'll look into a new pole for next year. But I'm going to finish setting up the tip-ups, and I'll keep you posted. So I've got the first flag of the day. Doesn't seem to be doing anything. Could very well be a wind flag. Definitely hit it. We're gonna put this guy back down below the surface of the ice again and see if we can't get another take on it. Got a flag. Something's definitely playing with him. The hook was almost out of him and he's all chewed up. Hopefully I can get this son of a gun soon. Getting little bites on the bottom there, so I've downsized to a tiny little jig in a Mackie plastic. There we go, finally got something on. Little dink perch, of course. First fish of the day, yeehaw. There we go. Feels like a little bit better sized one. And that's a nice fat perch. Nice and fat, full of eggs, so back you go to spawn. Awesome. At least that's a little bit more respectable than that 2 or 3 inch runt I just had. Oh, another decent perch there. Hit it just a little bit harder than those other little dinkers. Definitely a little smaller, but well, the perch bite is hot. Let's just hope the bass and possibly trout bite picks up a little bit later. I tell you what, if you're ice fishing and you don't have an ultralight jig pole, I definitely recommend it. This one here that I'm using is the HTC Ice Blue. It's a 24 inch, I believe. It's a super light action. And it's great. You can really feel every single little bite. And it makes even, you know, a 6-inch perch feel like a good fight. Alright, so we do have a flag out here. There we go. Fish on. Ooh, big old perch. That's a really pretty perch right there. Just shut off, so I'm wondering if maybe a predator fish just cruised by. Alright, so something just hammered my blade bait. Feels good. Ooh, I don't know what this is. This is what we've been waiting for, folks. Oh, big fat chain pickerel. Well, what do you know? It's not the smallmouth bass I was hoping it would be. This is a pretty nice pickerel for a jig rod. I'm not ready to come in quite yet. This is a nice sized fish though, folks. Ugh. I've heard there was pretty big ones in here. Now that, it's a nice sized pickerel there. Not the smallmouth bass I was really hoping it would be, but that was a pretty exciting fish to catch on the jig rod. Beautiful day to be out here today. Oh, it's not a bad sized perch. Not a bad sized little guy right there. That's really turned into a beautiful day to be out here. That sun feels amazing right now. Haven't gotten into any bass, which I was really hoping for. I've heard there's both large and smallmouth bass in here. No sign of either so far. Got some nice jumbo perch though, and a bunch of dinks as well. But the real highlight so far has been that big pickerel on the jig here. And I mean, I know I'm not a huge fan of pickerel. They're better than nothing. But when you catch all sorts of them instead of the fish you're targeting, it can be a real pain. But if I caught all of them on the jig like that, I think I'd like them a lot better because that was fun. Alright, so we just got a flag that just popped. It's the one I just loaded back up. I put a nice jumbo shiner on there. Something on. Feels decent. It doesn't want to come in quite yet. This is some light leader here, so can't really horse on it too much. Oh, big old pickerel. Well, oh, take this, buddy. Well, there he goes. Oh, I would love to get a bass right about now. All right, we got something on. I don't know what I got on, but it doesn't want to come in. Look at that largemouth bass! Yes! Oh, that's awesome. Oh, makes everything about this day worth it. Yes! Look at that tank. Oh, that is a tank. Oh, yes! Such a beautiful fish. Oh. Oh, that is a 20-inch bass right there. Beautiful. Look at that beautiful fish. Oh. And that, folks, is how quick a day can change. That's exactly what I've been after for the past few weeks. Oh, and what a beautiful way to get it. On the jig, fought it for a while. Oh, so awesome. And how cool is that? This plane just landed out here with me. What a truly amazing day this has turned into. Oh, so glad I made this trip out here. Well, everyone, I'm still riding the high off of that fish. Man, that was something else. This little blade bait is the beauty that did it. It's a new bait for me. It came in my mystery tackle box for the ice season, and I really haven't had too much luck on it so far, other than that pickerel and now this largemouth bass. But it's certainly earned its place in my tackle box. You know, after a couple harsh weekends, both in fishing conditions and just weather conditions, today is a welcome refresher. Beautiful sun, nice temperature, and that big beautiful bass. Heck, even those pickerel were both good size, so you know, those are still fun to catch too. Tell you what, when I started this trip, my spirits weren't really the highest, especially you know, after yesterday's trip, which wasn't a total failure. I still caught some small fish, but man, after busting up my shanty pole and then not really catching much for fish, I didn't feel too great about it. And I was really hoping that today would be different. I'm really happy that I was able to get in some really good fish for you today. And hopefully that's the trend coming up as the water starts to warm up and we go into the spring. That late ice bite is always nice. I've talked about it in a few videos. And I'm hoping that big beautiful bass was a sign of the waters to come. And you know, that repair I made to the shanty pole, it's actually working out pretty well. I'll pull this up for a second and I'll show you what I did. The bungee cord tied around each broken sort of end was what helped yesterday. For a more permanent fix for the rest of the season, I put Gorilla Tape all the way around the shattered pole. Could hardly tell that it's all shattered inside of there. It still has the body and structure that it needs. So I'm pretty happy about that. At least I'll be able to use the shanty for the rest of the season, and then I can figure out a real replacement part before next season. packed up. Time to call it a day. Thanks for sticking with me, everyone. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, go ahead and hit that. Make sure you keep up with my future videos. And everyone, until next time, tight lines.